Howdy, y'all.
Hi, guys.
It's Ryan
And Angela.
from RNA Music. Hey, you got a shirt on.
I
Looky
do.
there.
That's the way we start the year.
That's how we do it. What day is it?
It is January 1st.
What year is it?
2021.
2021. We made it. It's Ask RNA time.
Yes.
We are your favorite mom and pop guitar shop music lesson studio deep in Hard, Texas.
If we're not, we should.
We should be. Well, we're definitely our favorite.
That's the truth.
That ain't no lie.
Nope.
And it's time for the Ask RNA. We're so excited. It's January 1st. New year, new month, new week, new whatever. Let's get to it. So excited. All right, y'all, welcome back. I don't even know what episode this is. 280 something or another.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Angela and I have a little guitar shop, music shop, because we have stuff other than guitars.
We do.
It's not just guitars.
No.
There are some guitars. And we also teach lessons. That's our
Yes.
that's our thing that we do down here in a little small town, East Texas.
That's the main thing.
That's the thing we do.
Yeah.
We keep the music alive for people. And we're here to answer some questions from our viewers all over the world. And we're so excited. We made it to a new year.
We did.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
All y'all, all over the world. Where y'all at?
This is our 11th year.
Oh, yeah.
The beginning of our 11th.
Yeah, today is our 11-year anniversary of RNA Music. Technically, for tax purposes. For sales tax purposes.
11 years. 11 years and still in business.
I was thinking about this morning. I was on my 5K walk I was doing. That there are guitar companies that have come and gone. There are other music stores that have come and gone. But we're still here.
Yeah, I'm proud of us.
I'm proud of us too. So proud. And I was thinking about that. I was like, well, you know, we're not the biggest, baddest thing in the world, but
No.
here we are still trucking. Still in
We're
business.
We're scrappy.
We're still scrapping. Still in business. I thought that was pretty
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Anyways, let's answer some questions. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. I think you'll be entertained by our channel. And if you are not new here and you've been around a while, go ahead and do that thumbs up thing because it really helps. If you want to check out a way you can support a small business in Texas, you can go buy some swaggity swag like these t-shirts and socks and coffee cups, merchandising. There's a link down below in the description where you can go to our Teespring store and order directly from Teespring. That's a little bit quicker and more efficient for us to get stuff out to people all over the world, honestly, than have it all local here. But if you want to do that, that's great. We appreciate that. And now let's get to the questions. We got some good ones today. So excited. Let's answer these questions. First question of 2021.
That's an honor.
That's pretty rad, actually. My last student last night, Carson, I was like, Carson, you're my last student of the year.
Yeah.
He was like, huh? I'm like, yeah, you're going to be the last student that I teach in 2020. They say you saved the best for last, Carson. You're last. You must be the best. And he was just like, oh, I'm special. I'm like, yes, you are.
Yes, you are, dude.
Look at you.
Look, we ended it on a high note with you, man.
He was tickled. He felt good about himself, which is good. That's what we want.
That's what we want.
We want our kiddos to leave feeling good about themselves. So.
Yes. That's
Anyways, first question of 2021 goes to Brian Strasser. Brian Strasser with the first question of 2021, which is an amazing question. I've never been asked this question.
I know.
It's really mind-boggling. He says, what sauce would you dip Shamu in?
Oh, gosh.
I can't think of a better question to open up 2021. I guess because last week we were talking about eating really weird food.
Yeah.
Like shark and rabbits and armadillos and stuff. So there was it was a food question last week. Go check out the last Ask RNA of 2020 and you'll maybe understand that.
There's always food questions here at RNA.
So yeah,
we're always talking about
we're talking about, like, we don't want to eat intelligent animals.
Right.
Like, you know, cats and dolphins. And
yes. Dogs.
Sharks.
Yeah.
Horses. That's why we eat cows and not horses, because cows are dumb. Horses are
Poor
Not
cows.
nominally
Cows have
smarter than.
been hit hard in RNA music. With
What if
comments.
they're actually not really dumb? They're not completely stupid.
I think they know they're sacrificing themselves because they know that eating them will kill us, and then they'll inherit the earth.
Chickens, not real bright. The chickens.
Yes.
So anyway, so Brian wants to know what we would dip Shamu in.
Okay.
So first of all, I would not.
No.
Not because I care about Shamu's feelings, but I'm just
Isn't
like
Shamu dead?
I think so.
Like the Shamu, like from our childhood, like
surely.
I think he is. She.
Sure, she.
Is
Has to be
Shamu
gone.
she?
I don't know. I think so.
Yeah.
I don't like fish that much of any kind.
Yeah.
So
Tartar sauce.
I wouldn't. If someone says, "Hey, we got some killer whale. Would you like to try it?" I'd be like, "No,
No.
no, thanks."
Oh, he definitely wouldn't.
I wouldn't even eat it.
If I was in another country and that was like the main cuisine, like it was their turkey at Thanksgiving and that's what they
It'd be
ate,
rude not to eat it.
I would
in that culture.
probably try it, just to honor the family that I was, eating with. But
Tartar sauce.
ketchup,
I got the real answer.
ranch.
Go ahead. You tell me what you ranch.
I would, as a Texan, it would be ranch or barbecue sauce. Hands down.
First of all, I wouldn't.
So it'd be like ranch, barbecue sauce, then Whataburger spicy ketchup.
That's an interesting choice.
Salsa.
Let's pretend we're in a country,
Yes.
and all they have is killer whale
Yeah.
for some strange reason, and that's you
So
really have
weird
to eat it.
conversation for 2021.
If I had no other choice
Yes.
and I had to eat it, it's either them or me.
Correct.
It's going to be
Like
them.
Right. You're going to have to survive, and you
And
have to eat it. So
it would
yes.
be A1 steak sauce. A1 steak
very
sauce.
Very Texan answer. Very Texan. A1 steak sauce.
If I had to.
I cannot stand A1 steak sauce. It is so gross. I don't like a vinegary sauce. Even though my mouth is watering.
Now you see, you're thinking about steak right now.
Yes, because I'm thinking about steak, not the steak
Not
sauce.
Shamu.
Yes. Yeah. So, but I get it. Yeah, I could totally, because that is your go-to when you're dipping meat. And
When you are
like a steaky.
When you're
grilled-
having substandard steak,
Yes. Yes.
you have to have A1 steak sauce. Normally, when we get steak from Easley's Steakhouse right down the road from us, I just eat the steak. It doesn't need any sauce. It's so good. If a steak is good, it doesn't need sauce.
You literally can dip it in the juices that are just coming off of the steak. My mouth is watering.
You just cut it and that's the steak.
We're on a budget. Let's stop talking about
Easley's
Easley's.
Steakhouse. But if you're having mediocre steak, A1 steak sauce.
A1 is the way to go.
okay, that's enough time for Shamu.
Yes,
Okay, let's
it
move
is.
on
Uh-huh.
to some real questions.
Okay.
Okay.
That was a
real question. It was a real question.
Non-weird question.
What I meant was more gear-related stuff. Okay.
Yeah, which I see further. There's not a lot of.
There's not a lot of gear stuff, but that's fine. That's fine. This is relationship building questions.
Yes.
Next question. Thank you, Brian, for being number one in 2021.
You're
You're number one. You're number one. Number two, Kabeoth with the second question. Ask RNA. Crock pot or stew pot for a good soup or stew? That's question one. Number two, what are you guys grilling for New Year's?
Ooh.
Last of all, what other brands would you consider selling in the store, excluding the really big outfits? Hagstrom, Dan Electro, Fernandez, Crimson, Texas Toast, August, Running Dog, Santa Cruz, Collings. Other guys. So a couple questions from Kabeoth.
Okay.
Let's go through the first couple. It's pretty quick. Crock pot or stew pot for a good soup or stew?
Ooh, gosh.
What do you actually do?
I actually use crock pot.
Yeah.
Only because I'm not home to continually stir and let simmer and watch something on a fire.
You think it's better in a stew pot?
I think it is better in a stew pot.
But you got to work it.
Yeah, you
I
have
like
to
the way you work
because there's
that
like
stew
a
pot.
caramelization. Because if you have a really good stew pot, you cook the meat in it and you don't take it out and put it in something else. you just let all that caramelization and you let it go, and you put your broths in there and your roux, and you just let it go. But in a crock pot, you have to cook your meat separately and then put it in the separate container, so it loses its
easier,
essence.
but it's not as good.
Right. So I would say above all stew pot, but I use.
But in the real world, we use a crock pot because who's got time to do that?
Yeah.
What are we grilling for New Year's? Are we grilling?
No.
You grilled some sausage links this morning.
Yes, I did, actually.
You made some scrambled eggs and sausage links?
Yes, and hash browns with bell peppers and onions. Yeah.
On the griddle?
No, I stir-fried it. And then...
I had a giant blended coffee and French toast on the griddle.
Yeah, because two of my sisters, not all of my sisters, two of my sisters were here with their kids. And so we had a house full this morning. So I was like, well, I know what I normally make when I have a house full of people.
Rugrats.
I just dump some sausages on the griddle and cook a pan full of eggs and a pan full of hash browns. Stop.
You got a fever?
No.
You need some more cabbage. Ooh, you're a little warm.
Yes. I mean, look what I'm wearing.
Well, my hands are actually very cold.
Yes. So I do a pan full of eggs and a pan full of hash browns, and sometimes I'll make pancakes or waffles depending on if I have batter and stuff like that. So I made all that this morning. But tonight, usually on New Year's Day, we have black eyed peas, and my mom will cook some cabbage, and she usually does either sausage, links, and she'll cut them up and stir that in with the cabbage, or she'll make pork chops. I don't like pork chops. I don't
really like pork chops either.
I don't think they're good.
I like bacon,
and
but I don't like pork chops.
But they usually have that at on New Year's Day with homemade cornbread, and we'll drink like a wassail or a apple cider, hot drink. Hot toddies. But we do something like that. That's what my whole childhood. My parents have done that. My parents have done that. Have done that all my life. All my life. So that I know that's what she's making today, and we'll have like a pecan pie, and Mom has a pecan pie there, and
pecan pie,
not pecan.
Nice. That's hilarious.
Pecan pie, and then and I think we'll have. I was probably gonna make another sopapilla cheesecake because that goes over really well.
Oh God.
So
I'm trying to lose weight, Angela. Sopapilla cheesecake.
So that's what we usually do, but we don't grill.
Nah, not usually.
Anyways,
I kind of want a steak now though. Caballos, next question. Oh yeah. Last of all, what other brands will you consider selling at the store, excluding the really big boys?
Like for the new year?
Yeah, I guess for 2021. I don't really have anything on my radar that I'm like, oh man, we need to bring those in. That's not a big boy brand. The only one, we've talked about it before in the past, I could maybe see getting a couple of guitars from, but maybe be the Texas Toast guys in Denver, which is funny because they're in Denver, but their brand is Texas Toast,
which is amazing. Texas Toast.
Yeah.
I'm sure their brand is, but the actual
Texas
bread.
Toast itself is amazing. The actual toast. And so if you name your guitar company Texas Toast, they better be friggin' amazingness. I was actually freaking Ike sneaking into the ASK RNA's Ike from Flipside Music in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah.
They have some of the Texas Toast stuff in their store, and they'll do like their little FAQ stuff. They'll have the Texas Toast guys in and they'll do stuff together. And but Ike has got a really cool guitar that they built for him last year. That last night he posted, bringing in the new year with some noise or something, like playing guitars, and he had his Texas Toast guitar. I'm like, that's a cool guitar. And their stuff is reasonable. Like they have some reasonably priced. They call it the Daily Driver, I think, which is like a Telecaster, and they're in that sub 1,000-ish price point. Which is they're kind of like CMG in a way. Like Chris Mitchell guitars. Hardly anybody is beating CMG on price for an American-made guitar. And the Texas Toast guys have some it seems to be very reasonably priced USA stuff. You know, so maybe I could see maybe getting, and they would probably let us get like a couple. You know, you'd have to order like 50 of them or something stupid. You know, but I could see maybe doing that. That seems like that would fit us pretty well, because obviously Texas. And I've seen them in their videos and in Ike's videos at Flipside. And I've watched them, and they're pretty funny guys, you know. So I'm like, they're pretty entertaining. I'm like, I think I just said they were entertaining. Yeah. And Lala had an allergy attack. She's allergic. I think you're allergic.
I think it's lights.
I think you're allergic to the lights, yeah. Or not having the fluorescents on. Yeah, but that's the only ones that's smaller, medium-sized thing that I could see. Like, I think that would be probably a good fit for us here. That's the only one on the horizon. So, Texas Toast. We'll see. We'll see if there's any 2021 Toast at RNA Music. Could happen. Thanks for the question, Kabayoth. Next question. Oh, next two questions. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Right now, if you have not been watching The Mandalorian TV series,
and you want to,
and
it's on your playlist,
and you haven't seen it, and you don't know anything, stop watching right now, because we're going to discuss the last episode of season 2 of The Mandalorian right now. Spoiler alert. Continue at your own risk.
Jump to the next question in the description below. The timestamp. Jump to the next timestamp.
Yeah, because we're going to talk about some stuff.
Okay.
You've been warned. Sinner's Dwarf. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. He actually did a good job of like spacing that out, so you'd actually have to click on show more of his question to see what he was talking about.
Right.
I was like, okay, good. He says, with our Luke Skywalker returning in the season 2 finale, are you willing to forgive and trust Disney going forwards with Star Wars, or does Kathleen Kennedy still being involved mean as great as Mandalorian is, you're still cautious and concerned for a galaxy far, far away? And then also Walking Dead, hashtag Luke is back. Like, he didn't even hide the spoilers. But you know, at this point, Mark Hamill is already on Twitter.
On Twitter, if you follow him. If you're a nerd and you follow Mark Hamill.
So you've probably already seen it at this point. He said, as the hashtag suggests, what is your reaction to the return of the real Luke Skywalker in the season finale of The Mandalorian? So kind of two questions here, Sinner's Dwarf and Walking Dead. Yeah, it was awesome. I was super excited. I
did a Rogue One to him.
Yeah.
What everybody loved about Rogue One, they did like almost a nod tie-in for Luke.
How Vader kind of showed up at the end of Rogue One was kind of how Luke shows up at the end of this. And our boys had already seen it.
Yeah, they were like,
some students, like, have you seen this? Have you seen this? What's really amazing is that it didn't leak.
No, it was
ahead
quiet.
of time. No one really knew what was going on, and you got to think about the amount of people who worked on it, and the filming, and the special
I think
effects.
they were probably just as excited as, you know, they were like, no, we are keeping, like a parent giving a new bike to their kid that they've been wanting since forever. It was like that, probably like that for them.
Everybody loves that so much that they wanted everyone
to be surprised
and not be spoiled. There were no jerk faces to spoil it. Amazing as that is.
Yeah.
And but I was trying to watch it, and the boys had already seen it. They didn't spoil it for me, surprisingly. They're like, you gotta watch it, it's good. I'm like,
but they kept pressing like,
hey,
you haven't seen it?
Have you watched it?
Oh my gosh.
Have you watched it? And so I was sitting there, and of course I was scrolling on Instagram, and I follow Mark Hamill, and he posted something about like, anybody seen anything good on YouTube, on TV lately? And I'm like, oh, F you, Mark. Don't. Like, I mean, that's all he said. It was like a teaser. Anybody watch anything good on TV lately? Which is like, it's pretty innocent, but then you're like,
what are you saying? What's about to happen?
So I kind of was like, oh, are they real? Are they? Don't toy with my emotions. And so I was suspicious.
Yeah.
I was like, because even when they said...
He's like 12 again.
Yeah, I was like a kid. It was super awesome for me. Because even before, they had the little thing where, you know, Ahsoka is like, well, there's not that many Jedis left, so we'll see who shows up to train this little Grogu guy. And I'm like, well, that's probably not going to be Luke. People are like, it's not going to be Luke. They're going to, who could it be? Because it's... Right. There's all these blogs like, well, who could it be?
They're like, okay, well,
like,
who
it's
all
not gonna
died?
Be, everybody's
who all
like,
did we see die
well,
in
everybody
episode
said,
3?
It's not going to be Luke. So who could it could be this guy, could be this person, could be this person, could be Ahsoka. She might change her mind, whatever. You know. But yeah, it was really great. I liked it. I was just like,
yeah.
It's an X-wing.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think even if they didn't do Luke, if they would have shown up with, you know, like somebody like old Mace Windu or something, like you were like,
I don't think
what everybody thought knew. We knew he didn't die. We knew he, you know. But if they would have tied in like they had to tie in Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels and episodes 1, 2, and 3, and Rogue One, like they're trying to make it a better tie to each other.
Well, now as far as Senator Dwarf's question is like, do you trust?
I was hoping it was Kit Fisto or something like that.
Do you trust Disney and Kathleen Kennedy? I'm like, you know what? I think they learned their lesson. They're like, oh no. I mean, they were pretty adamant. They were hardcore about like, screw all you guys, this is the new direction and you should just love it. And then when everybody's like, hell no. And then they lost money on the Han Solo thing, and like it was like they took a hit.
Like hard.
And big corporations, that's all they
making money.
That's all they care about is money. I mean, they care about some social agendas and stuff, but as soon as the money gets impacted from their social agenda thing they're trying to push, they're like, you know what?
They rein it in.
You know what? We want the money more. You know what? I like money. So let's give people exactly what they want. Which is what the Mandalorian has done a really good job of. I'm like, they gave it to some guys who were like, no, this is how you do this. You give people exactly what they want. Fan service. But like really, really good fan service. And you're like, yes, that's what I want. Thank you. Now I'm going to buy all the toys, and I'm going to watch the next season, and, you know. So who knows? I think maybe they learned their lesson because they want our money. That's what they want.
Yeah.
And if they make more money giving people what they want, that's what they're going to do. So maybe they learned their lesson. And Rian Johnson was supposed to get his own separate trilogy of Star Wars movies, and they're like, you know what? I know we told you that. No.
Rein it in.
No.
Don't do that.
We're going to give Jon Favreau a trilogy.
Yes, Jon Favreau.
Dave Filoni.
It was basically who saved the Star Wars universe. And, Brian,
Yeah. So anyways.
So we're going to treat episode 7, 8, 9.
Never happened.
We're like the
It's a dream
Star
sequence.
Wars Christmas special from 1982.
Yeah.
Or 1978 or whatever it was, that Chewbacca's dream
Chewbacca's
sequence.
special Christmas didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
Never happened.
And we
Lucasfilm ignores that.
yeah.
They pretend that never happened.
Yes.
And so do we all.
Rightfully so.
And so 7, 8, 9 never happened. I really do like though. They gave us the Luke. It's like, this is the Luke that we all wanted.
See, they wasted, what's sad to me about that whole universe that they did, they wasted the years of precious actors that, like Harrison Ford's barely hanging on.
Yeah.
And Carrie Fisher's gone. So and Chewbacca's gone. And like all these people who were our actors who were there all those years that we could have had amazing epic turnovers with the CGI that they have. Now those actors are gone, and
I was half expecting it to be Luke. Like
if
actually,
they redo
like
it,
Mark
they're gonna
I was expecting it to be like not CGI Mark Hamill. I was expecting it to be like the current Mark. I'm like, how are they going to do this? Because this is only like 10 years later. He's not, but I don't know.
He's only gonna be like 30.
Yeah, so I was thinking maybe they would do something to him where it's still like, current day Mark Hamill with like a beard and like, he had a rough day or something.
Yeah.
I was like, no, they see, which is, it's fine with that. I'd rather that happen than it not happen. But
Right. He was a little too CGI-y for me, but so was the CGI Princess Leia in Rogue One.
Yeah.
I mean, she was completely CGI.
Yeah.
And was it Tarkin was CGI?
Tarkin
was like CGI, and like a lot of characters that they brought back, they were all CGI. But I mean, sometimes you forget that they are, because the detail even in the
it's really
age
good
spots and stuff, they do a pretty good job.
CGI's come a long ways.
I'm fine with that.
I liked it. I think they want our money real bad. So I think hopefully they're going to start like, hey, let's make people happy again. Forget subverting expectations. Subverting expectations
and political
is a bad business move.
Give me a break.
Yeah. But I don't know. We'll see. When the next Thor movie comes out, I'll tell you what I think.
Unless you're making fun of political
Disney.
agendas, keep them out of there.
So there, anyways. Next question. Thank you, Walking Dead. Thank you, Sinner's Dwarf. Sorry for the spoilers, but we warned you. Next question. RDT275. Hashtag hit the road 20. Hello from South Texas. Ryan, what dream gear are you still looking for? Angela, what would you like to still accomplish in music? Love the channel and have a blessed new year.
Oh,
Thank you, RDT.
good questions.
Want me to go first?
Sure.
Okay, it says, Ryan, what dream gear are you still looking for? Well, the 75 Les Paul Custom Gibson is still, that's been the consistent answer for forever. And I still haven't gotten one. Although, yeah, if I would just sell some of my Korean guitars, I could probably get one. But it's very painful to write a single check for $4,500 for a guitar. Like, that is, we've sold some expensive guitars, some custom orders to people, and I'm like, this is rad. And when you think about it, there's this discussion the other day on the PRS owners Facebook group where people are talking about how expensive guitars and their doctor, lawyer, instruments, and blah, 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 $3,500. And some people are like, yo, none of y'all are obviously pianists. Have you bought a grand piano lately? Have you bought a real piano lately? Because they're about 20, 30 grand. Or easy, way more. You want like a real... So come on, get the F out of here with your $3,500 is a lot of money for an instrument.
Right.
And like, yeah, or you ever bought a,
Like a cello.
a French horn, right? A good trumpet, not a student trumpet, but like a pro level trumpet, or trombone, or saxophone,
Right.
or any of that stuff. So in the grand scheme of real instruments, professional grade real instruments, violins, cellos, basses, a $3,500, $4,000 guitar is really not that expensive compared to other real instruments. You bought a bassoon?
Right.
Bassoons are some money. If you want like a real one.
Right.
A pro level, So I was like, you know what? Okay. It is a lot of money, but is it, if you hold on to it for 35 years, is $3,500? I mean, it's $100 a year. Think about it that way, which is,
You're not going to convince me.
pennies a day. Surely.
No.
Sure.
No.
So I still want the 75 Les Paul Custom. That's, if we're talking about wish list, that's on the wish list. A nice core PRS. Like I have an S2, which is a USA PRS, which is great, but it's still like the budget friendly, you don't have enough money to get a real one. So here's your little
almost
S2.
guitar.
It's almost a real core. And my buddy Art had just got a Tremonti, like a nice Tremonti PRS. I'm like, oh, Art, so good. I mean, the S2s are great, but the core model PRSs are friggin' amazing. So one of those is on the list somewhere. I'll find one used at a screaming deal. That's how I do it. I find stuff at screaming deals. That's why I have most of the guitars I have. So one will pop up somewhere. And then I still want an Acacia Cronus for myself. The things that I want now are the little bit less budget-friendly options compared to like, a $200 used Schecter you found tucked away in the corner of a Evil Empire store that no one knows about. And they were $900 brand new, but I found it for $200 and I rescued it. That's normally how my guitar rescues go.
Pretty much.
I find these little abandoned little puppy dogs hidden away somewhere, and I'm like, I will save you and feed you and love you.
Right.
But because nobody wants you and you're super cheap. But they don't know. They don't know your true value.
What they have.
Yes. That's normally how it goes.
I do.
I do. That's why I have so many guitars, because they're all, budget-friendly rescues.
Right.
It looks like I have a lot of money in guitars, but what I actually shelled out wasn't really that much. Except now we're to the point where the things that I really want now are like, I'm not going to be finding any core model PRSs for $300 or a 75 Les Paul custom for $800 somewhere. That's probably not going to happen.
Probably not.
That's on the list. I don't know when that'll occur, but that's on the list. All right, Angela, what would you still like to accomplish in music?
In music, I would like to learn the piano more efficiently.
Become a better.
Yes, I would love to learn more, be a better piano player. And, cause I know basic stuff, but not anything to write home about, to me. Probably more songs on the guitar, like full songs, so I can sing along and play, like accompany myself. I don't know. And then probably do like performance wise, I would like to do like a set just by myself, a guitar and some songs, and like perform it on a stage somewhere. Just for fun, just to say that I did it. I don't want to make it a career. I don't want to keep doing it.
You're not trying to go on tour.
No. Just one time, get a set list, just me and my voice and a guitar or a piano, and just perform it. I would love to do that.
Those are all very practical goals.
Yeah.
Those are all very achievable.
And then probably
how about a big pie in the sky goal?
A pie in the sky goal. Oh gosh.
Pecan
music?
pie. Pecan pie in the sky musical goal.
I don't really have a lot of music pecan pie in the sky goals. But I guess I don't know, go on tour and sing at clubs around, like, I don't know.
Like do a
I'm
tour?
just coming up with stuff. Like do a tour, yeah.
Okay. That's not very pie in the sky.
No.
Mine's like play with James Hetfield,
Oh,
that's
oh
probably
gosh.
not gonna
Yeah,
happen.
like I would like to accomplish. I mean,
I've dreamed about that.
be on a stage and sing a Christmas special with Natalie Grant.
Oh yeah, see,
That would be awesome.
that's a great. Which could happen. I mean, she's still alive. It's not like I want to sing with Jimi Hendrix. Like he's dead. It's not gonna happen. That could happen. That might actually happen. It would maybe a long shot, but
Yeah, so that's a lot.
but it's possible. It's not impossible.
And for the finale, Josh Groban walks out and we can sing Silent Night together. Yeah.
Great. I like this. You gotta
There
have. You gotta have
I would love
some.
to accomplish that before I die.
Yeah.
At,
You should.
at 105.
You should have some reasonable goals that will challenge you, but you can do them. And then you should have some like, this ain't ever gonna happen, but it would be cool if it did.
It would be cool if it did.
Because you never know. Sometimes it'd be
Those
cool if it
crazy
did.
ones.
Like, I can't believe that happened. How in the world did that happen to me?
I know.
That stuff happens.
How am I here?
All right, thanks for the question, RDT. Next question, well, there's another one from Walking Dead. It says, #hit the road 20. With all the bad and screwed up stuff this last year, he's talking about 20, what is your best memory? Also, I'm just going to go ahead and say, Happy New Year, everyone. Well, Happy New Year, Walking Dead.
Happy New Year, everyone.
I think most people agree 2020 was
Weird.
a bag of nails that you jammed your
Hoop
hand
and
into.
nails, just,
And you reached in real quick with your hand to grab something, and it was the worst experience. What was your best memory of 2020?
Oh, gosh. Ooh.
Or favorite?
I don't know. I don't have one. Do you have one?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. I don't have one.
Apparently I love you more. It's fine. We're going to prove it to everyone here and the world.
I'm like, because there were so many things that we've done that we do all the time. So it's not like we really got to go anywhere. I mean, what are you acting like? Oh, man.
So you have no good memories of 2020?
I mean, I do. But what was like the most like, was the best one?
What is your best memory of 2020?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm starting to think. It's not a memory. I mean, I guess because it happened like the other day when you gave me my crochet kit. That was pretty special.
So, literally 2 days ago.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not like back in
That's
June.
fine. That counts because you're remembering it.
Yes.
It's not this exact second happened.
Right. So that was pretty lovely. Ryan got me beautiful handcrafted from our friend Art.
Who has the core model PRS Tremonti.
Yes. He carved it looks like a pen cap, but it's a handle to crochet hooks. And those of you who know me, that I crochet.
You crochet a
as
lot.
a side hustle. That it has interchangeable hooks that you can attach and then take off. And when you're not using it, you can insert it and hold it. It looks like a little pen. So it was really pretty. It's like this teal blue swirled marble looking wood. It's really pretty. So that was pretty. That was pretty nice.
You didn't know you were getting it.
Yes. Going and shopping for my very first acoustic guitar because that was my first time to ever shop for a guitar.
Oh yeah.
For myself. Like ever.
Well, which one's the best? The guitar shopping or the handcrafted?
I think that they're about the same because it was just like something that was like actually mine that I got to pick because my other acoustic guitar, it was just like in our inventory and I just kind of claimed it. I was like
nobody's bought that. I want it.
Like, well, I had a black acoustic guitar and we ended up selling it to a young man who really liked it and needed a new acoustic guitar.
And they didn't have much money.
Yeah, and he had the money just for that, and so we ended up selling it. And I was like, well, since that's been hanging there, I'm just going to take that guitar. And but it wasn't like my ideal one. It was just something that I needed at the time.
We had it, and you needed it, and like it would do.
Exactly. So being able to go to a store, and it was a mom and pop shop, a fellow mom and pop shop in East Texas. And
significantly bigger than us, but it is a family business.
But it is a family business.
Not a big
It's been around for a long time, so they're obviously they've been in business for a while, and so being able to go there and sit and play acoustic guitars and not feel, because other stores, I don't feel comfortable sitting as a woman and playing on them because I always feel judged. So in that store, I can actually sit and they look at you like, oh, that's so awesome, and you feel like you're just sitting like in our store.
Yeah.
You know, and even though I don't know much, I don't feel like an idiot when I sit down and play my couple chords at this store that I bought my guitar.
It was a pleasant experience.
So it was a lovely experience, and so that was really awesome. Just my parents finally moving here. That's at the top of it, and because they moved here in January.
They did.
January. But we've had so many like losses in 2020 that it's been.
We're not talking about those.
I know, but it's been kind of like heartbreaking. So having these little nuggets, you know, of happiness has been pretty spectacular. What's yours?
Oh, you want to know what my favorite memory of 2020 is? Well, let me tell you.
Okay.
So, pretty close right around when everything started going to crap in the spring. We took a little trip. We took a little getaway trip, just me and you, to Stag Leap Resort.
Oh yeah, that was this year. What's it?
In Nacogdoches, Texas, outside of Nacogdoches,
I felt like
Texas.
It was so long ago. I completely forgot. That was this year.
A little getaway, just the two of us, no kids.
No kids.
And about 2.5 hours away. Just all alone. Cabin in the woods. Yeah. There's not. I don't know if there's anybody else even staying there that time we were there.
No. Well, I think there was like one family, but they got there like the last day or something. Yeah.
It's very isolated, very peaceful. We got to go back to. It's outside of Nacogdoches, which is right after we got married. Like just a few months after we got married, we moved to Nacogdoches, Texas, so I could finish my degree.
Nicholas was born in Nacogdoches.
Nicholas was born in Nacogdoches. I finished my music degree in Nacogdoches. You know, so there was. It's a nice town, you know. So we went to go somewhere that we hadn't been in a really long time, and you know. So we had a little weekend getaway. We drove the golf cart. There's a video. Go back and watch. You can go back several months or many months ago.
Go to March.
Go back 9 months ago, and you'll see a little.
And so mean sometimes.
I know.
That was kind of grouped. Okay. So we go back to us.
So back to us. So we had a great weekend getaway. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was good. That's a good memory.
That was when I read the question. The first thing that popped in my head was that memory. So I was like, well, that must be the one.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of other good things that have happened, but that was the one I was like, that was great. We should do that again.
Yeah.
Eventually, someday.
That's good. That's good.
So, I don't know. It's just a little romantic getaway that I thought that was great.
Yeah.
You know.
And now mine is like, I got lots of gifts.
Yeah. So that was mine. I mean, it's not like I didn't get guitars this year. I did get some guitars this year, and that was nice. But not as nice as a weekend getaway with you.
Yeah, thank you. That was nice. That was a good memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. For me, at least.
Apparently. No, I'm just kidding. No, you know I loved it. It was so much fun. We even said, we have to make this we should do this like every 3 months. We should like. Yeah, and we haven't been back since March. But, you know, COVID and everything, I'm sure they shut down themselves. So
who knows?
You never know since it's isolated.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So was it? Okay, that was all right. That's the end of Walking Dead's question.
Yes.
All right, and now final question. Final question. Jeffrey Egan, hit the road. Hashtag hit the road 2020. Cannot wait for this year to come to an end. Have you ever broken a string while playing? I have not, but have broken a few when changing them. Do you order extra high E strings to replace the ones you break when changing them? I need to do that. I have a couple of sets of strings with the high E missing because I had to replace the ones I broke. Hashtag KTMA. Great question. All right, Jeffrey. I actually have, in fact, broken a string whilst playing a couple of times.
Yeah.
Used to do it a lot more when I was a younger player. It was funny because I played at church one time. I mean, I've broken them while like performing. Like playing either at church or a gig or something like that. You know, like on the stage playing. You're like, bang! Like, oh crap, that's not good. So that's actually pretty few and far between that happens to me, and to the point where I don't even bring backup guitars a lot of times anymore. And that one time that I thought about it, because we're doing there's a real special event with a guest speaker and all this sort of stuff. It's kind of a big deal. I'm like, you know what? I even thought before, I was like, you know what? I know I haven't broken a string while playing in like 15 years. But I might want to bring an extra guitar just in case, because it's kind of a... And sure enough, I broke one. I was like, what in the... So, but luckily there was, the piano playing and the guitar player playing, so I could just took it off and grab the other guitar, ready to go.
Jump right in. Yeah.
I have had them break where you just had to finish the song with a broken string. Sometimes you can do that. Sometimes, depending on what string that breaks, it messes with the tension on the neck, and then all the other strings are now out of tune. So you can't always do that, but sometimes you can just finish the song with a missing string, and you just do it. I don't ever break them while changing them anymore. I have many thousand string changes ago.
Right.
But that's very few and far between now, unless it's a guitar that has a problem with the bridge or something. But none of my personal guitars, I don't generally break them while putting them on. So I don't really keep... What's that?
I don't know. It's like something in there. I think probably fell. It's a mouse.
I don't personally keep a bunch of extra E strings or order them. Now I have them here at the store. I have a whole box of individual strings in like all gauges. Because sometimes people come in like, hey, I need a D string acoustic. I'm like, oh, okay, great, I got one. So I do have those here at the shop, but that's just because we're a shop. Just for myself, I don't generally do that.
Right.
But if you're constantly breaking a string while playing, there's something wrong. You might need to have your bridge looked at. You might have a saddle with a burr on it that's agitating that string, and it's causing, especially if it's the same string over and over, it's probably a mechanical issue. You might want to examine your strumming technique. We had a young guy who's always coming in and buying strings. He's always breaking them. He needed 13s for his acoustic because he's always breaking just regular strings. Like, something's wrong. You're playing too hard, or you're using the wrong pick, or something's wrong, because you shouldn't be breaking. You shouldn't be breaking strings just from hammering it out.
Every day. All day.
So
especially that often.
Yeah, but I have had them break on me whilst playing them. But not usually changing my guitars. So. But yeah, it happens. It's not a bad idea to have some extras. You know, you can buy singles of whatever string. You know, but if you're having a consistent breakage issue, you might want to take your guitar to a tech and have them examine it and look at it. And if it's not something in the guitar physically causing the break to happen, you might examine your strumming technique, picking technique, and you might even consider going up a gauge. You know, if you play 9s, you might want to go to 10s.
Right.
You know, if you're constantly breaking a specific string. So there you go, Jeffrey. There's my answer. Those are all the questions for this, I was going to say this year, but for today's episode, the first episode of this year.
2021.
So excited.
I am very excited for 2021.
Yeah, I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
I hope it'll be good.
No matter what anybody does and says, because things are going to happen in this world, you find hope in everything. And you find laughter. And you find joy. Before celebrities tell you when you should and find joy and give you creative ideas, start finding joy now.
Forget
in
them.
the little things. Simplify your life. Don't stress about the little things. Let tomorrow worry about itself. Live in the moment right now. Look around you. Count your blessings. Tell people that are near you that you love them, because we know that tomorrow's not always promised for people. So don't get wrapped up in all the hooey fooey bluey, because there are people that are just fear mongers and drama mongers, and they bank on our mental health, and they like puppet master our emotions and our mentality so much that a lot of times we lose ourselves, and then we look to them to guide us back. And don't do that. Don't let somebody else control your emotions and stuff like that. So I know that I'm not doing that this year. I let that go a couple of times this year where I was looking for everybody else for answers. I'm like, you know what? How long have wars and rumors of wars and sickness and pestilence been on this planet?
Oh, wow.
Kingdoms fall and kingdoms rise. People die, unfortunately, and things happen. What I have to do is take care of myself, make sure my husband's taken care of, make sure my children are taken care of, and be the best Angela I could possibly be for the small amount of time I have on this earth. So, because, I mean, all of our lives are just blinks in grand
even if it's 100 years.
So you have a choice to make it the best year you possibly can, no matter what.
Yeah.
It's you.
I'm having a great year.
I'm deciding I'm going to have a great year. Yeah. No matter what.
No matter what.
Making all kinds of lemons out of lemonades.
All kinds of lemonade.
Lemonade out of lemons.
Yes, like don't make
Flip
lemons. Yes, make lemonade.
Thank you for the lemonade. I'm going to change it into lemons.
I like lemons. What if I like lemons?
I like lemons better.
I
Whatever.
love lemons. More lemons. Yeah. All right, thank you guys so much. If you have a question for next week, please leave it below in the comment section of this video. And secret hashtag of the day. If you made it through this entire video, you old timers, you know what's up. We're going to have a secret hashtag that we want you to leave with your comments, or by itself, or with your question, whatever, just to let us know, a little thing between you guys and us that we know that you watched this whole video. And
We know.
Yeah, it's just a thing. It's a thing for the legendary status people. Secret hashtag of the day is hashtag so excited. Because we're excited for 2021.
Yes.
Leave that with your comment or question below, and we'll know you watched the whole thing. We love that. We appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next video.
Yep.
Happy New Year's. We'll see you next time.
Keep the music alive.
Shoot a doofy doofy poopy.
Keep the music alive.
Keep the music alive. Until then, keep the music alive.
Don't forget it.
Don't forget it. The music needs you.
And you need the music.
And we need to keep it alive for the next generation
That's right.
of people.
Especially for the 2021ers.
Especially for the 2021ers.
Yes.
Oh, man. Crazy times. All right. We'll see you guys and gals in the next video. Bye. So exciting.